Hi, my name is Jerushi and welcome back to the shop. For the last couple of months I've been working on this. It's a Big Daddy suit from BioShock. And today I want to start making the drill. But for that it's a kind of a difficult pattern. I never done it before, so I'm asking Herb Wizard for help.
So for the patterns, I'm using a reference picture I found online. Now the cones I generated online. I'm going to send a link in the description below. So for the inside I'm using circles that get larger every time. And in the middle there's a hole for a fiber rod so we can put a drill bit on it. So let's start the build with transferring the templates onto the foam.
So we start off with drawing out the patterns on the EVA foam, the grey 5mm EVA foam.
So Jelle is bullying me because I'm left-handed and that's discriminating.
So how do you know your glue is actually bad? It looks like slime. So it's really dry, you can just do that. Here's a nice little tip. To reinforce your foam, you can put a little strip of 2mm foam underneath it. This way it sticks a lot better and it can take a beating. So the reason we Dremel bits like this is because you want to have it make it a more round and natural shape. It doesn't look like foam that much anymore then. Sometimes your Dremel goes a little bit harder on some parts, so you're gonna have like these dents. With a cosplay like this, that's not that big of an issue. You can easily work that in as like a metal dent or anything. Big Daddies have like a lot of bends in the kneecaps and in the head, for example. Like if you look at the reference pictures, it's pretty dented metal anyways. So I'm gonna leave those in. These are unintentional, but I'm gonna work them into the complete cosplay anyway. So sometimes they work even better when they're in there. So don't be too quick on like wasting an entire day on like trying to fix something. It can look pretty well in the end.
So to make the fins on the drill bit, I made a small template just to test it out. This is my template under the foam. I'm just going to cut it out and then we're gonna droop it over the cone. For this, I used the circles I made earlier, these things, and I just connected them together to make one nice spiral.
So for the tip of the drill, we're going to use Foamclay. Simply because you can't really make a point with just foam plates, and Foamclay is pretty much the easiest way to do it. Using Foamclay really isn't that hard, but if you want to find out how, you can just check out the video that's in the description. We made a video about it. So.
Subscribe to the cosplay shop. Yeah, subscribe to the cosplay shop. So my friend just took over to make some adjustments to the drill. There are some holes we need to fill up. He does that with Foamclay, and he's also sharpening the edges with a Dremel. While he is sharpening the edges in the background, I'm going to start with the base support using some foam dowels. I start off with making some holes with my Dremel to put the little foam dowels in. After that, I'm using some cyanoacrylate to glue the pieces shut. I also use some hot glue to make some welds. I know it's messy, but it's on purpose.
So now that everything is assembled, we're gonna start priming it with Plastidip. So because the drill is kind of an easy design, it's, you know, from the first game, I kind of want to add some little extra details in there. So I got the idea from adding CPOX onto it from the Delta drill from the second game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some foam clay and just press some shells into that. So we start off with taking a little piece of foam clay and just spreading it out a little. Make it look like organic, don't care about the shape too much. Then we take some shells and we just stick them in there. So when these are all in, normally you don't do this with foam clay, but because we need like an organic structure, you can just take a heat gun and really start burning it a bit. While I'm making 4 of these, Herb Wizard is going to paint it in alklaz. After Herb Wizard is done with the airbrush painting, I'm gonna start adding a little detail in there. Just brush it a bit with some black acrylic and some flex paints. Also on the top of the drill, I'm adding a little like brownish reds to make it look up like dried up blood. Ooh. So it works. So it's done. It looks really nice in my opinion. I want to thank Herb Wizard for helping out with the pattern and the painting and everything. So
You're welcome.
I also found out today that 95% of you guys isn't subscribed watching this, so would you kindly go subscribe? So now all that's left is just for me to suit up.